Hello, and welcome to my first tutorial series. Yes, this is a map called Aven. It was codenamed Project Aven for quite a time, and then switched to Aven Tutorial. Most of you have played this map before. It's a map designed for beginners and for, basically everyone. So the gist of this map is designed for that I should incorporate all of the essential moves and mechanics in this game, and to train you to become better in ShootMania overall. Let's say you go around here and you jump with spacebar and you don't really know what to do, and suddenly you notice that all of your stamina is gone and you don't know why. Yeah, don't worry, I will teach you the basic mechanics. So the first level, this is level 1 by the way, you can jump with spacebar or you can jump with the right mouse button. And let's be frank here, no one jumps with spacebar in this game. If you jump with spacebar in this, interesting, invalid access parameter, whatever. So don't use spacebar. Use right mouse button. Look at my keyboard overlay. I found this on the interwebs and I thought it would be cool for you to have. So use right mouse button. So much more better. Your sprint, by the way, if you don't know, is the same button as your spacebar or your jumping key. In most other shooter games it's shift, but shift doesn't do anything at all in this game. So let's talk a bit about how the sprinting mechanic works. Well, the core gist of the sprinting mechanic is that if you hold it after you jump, you can boost. And while boosting, you run faster and you can glide. So if we try to, you do this, you see, I can get a lot further forward there. But, there's a secret mechanic to this. It's not really secret though, but your boost is a lot more potent the closer you are to an object beneath you. So if I do this and hold it, you see it gets a lot stronger the closer I get to the ground. And the reason is, it's just a funny game mechanic, I don't know. So let's just jump all over these things here. You probably make these two, you can just walk and jump. Easy. This one is a little more tricky. You actually need to do something there at the very end there. So what you can do, you can sprint a bit and then jump. Or alternatively, since you've got rockets, you can just sit here and watch closely on my overlay, keyboard overlay there. If you just shoot, do that. I don't need to do that even. You can just do that, or you can just hold backwards, I think. Yeah, so easy. Notice how quickly I move from the shooting key to the jumping key. And the reason I do shooting before I jump is that there's a slight delay on the rocket. The rocket isn't instant. It's not hit scan. It's an object. It's a projectile. It takes time for it to reach. So that's why you need to do it like in quick sessions after each other. And that's wall jumps, by the way, and rocket wall jumps. And don't worry, I'll teach you those two in a bit. And this is just the wall jump mechanic, this checkpoint. You can either jump here, but that can be tricky because of this ledge. It's in your way basically. But if you go here and do it, you can. It's kind of easier, I think. But one mechanic for the wall jump feature for the wall jump, I don't really know what word I should use here. One thing for the wall jump is that notice that I always hold D when I'm wall jumping, or the appropriate key in towards the wall. That's because you need to have momentum against the wall you're trying to wall jump on. So you can wall jump, easy. yeah, there's one more thing I want to show you. That's you probably, some of you just go with like an angle inwards to the wall, but that's not really the most efficient way to do things. Your wall jump is at its strongest when you are parallel to the wall. When you keep your aim parallel to the wall. You see? And if I do this, I don't get high at all. This one is a bit tricky, but you can just jump and hold A to get up on top. But for the flicking part, you just do that. You see? Just really simple. One thing you'll notice over the course of this tutorial, in ShootMania, it's very favorable to have high aim sensitivity. So I can, if I take my mouse to one side of my mouse pad to the other, yeah, that's about 25 centimeters across, something like that. Yeah, and this is a bit tricky as well. You need to sprint here, so jump up, and then you can start sprinting. Or alternatively, oh fuck, sorry. Alternatively, you can start to learn to small jump. What's actually a bit funny, my overlay doesn't even record the jump again. Interesting. Oh yeah, well, okay, whatever. Once you've mastered that, you can just jump. Yeah, that was a rocket jump, by the way. You can go back and do that. You can use rockets to jump, or you can jump yourself. One thing that's to remember here is that when you jump up, you get a tiny bit higher than you get with a normal rocket. Don't know why, but it doesn't really matter. But you don't really need to worry about that. But if you want to rocket jump, you just shoot beneath you. You don't jump at all. Just shoot. And there you are. And you can wall jump as well if you want to be safe. It's okay. This is just normal wall jump. You don't really need to do anything here. Just keep pressing the wall jump key. Yeah, there's actually a ledge here though. So be careful with that. You can use the inner wall as well. You feel like that. Really simple. And if you have really trouble with this ledge, you don't know why you have that much trouble with it, you can use a rocket wall jump, and I'll teach you that now. This is how you rocket wall jump. You just shoot slightly beneath you and jump right after. Kind of like the flint, this part, when you do that. You can bump yourself. It's called bumping, basically. Yeah, this part is basically just to teach you about how the sprinting mechanic work. Just sprint over it, really easy. This surface here is a power block. It magnifies your sprinting. You can run fast, you can jump high, you can wall jump better on those walls, and they reflect rockets. These are really potent blocks. So, once again, sprint, then you jump. And you can shoot on the wall as well, just to keep you in there, mid-air. Doesn't really harm you. Now this is a long wall jump path. You really need to be careful here. There's some, on this side, there's a block there you can stand on if you have trouble with this. But the basic gist of it, just go in and you keep wall jumping. If you keep your aim still, you lose your momentum slowly over time towards the wall. So be careful. Keep using your keys every now and then. So if you found yourself like this, you can't wall jump. Let me try to replicate the effect. There. You can just press the appropriate key towards the wall. Oh fuck. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter anyway. So just, and I have a tendency to just aim slightly inwards. I don't know why. I do that. something I just do. So yeah, this part is just wall jumps. Fuck my life. There we go. Even semi-decent people have trouble with that. Trust me. Just wall jump up here is so easy. You can go to this. This is a very long jump. So jump and jump. Land and jump. Really simple. You can do it again as well. Some pros like to take this route. It's a bit easier. Whoa! There we are. Oh, now I can show you again. Yeah, whatever. Let's continue. This is a really simple checkpoint. You just walk in here and let me try to get back. Oh fuck. Now that was actually a bit harder than I expected. Oh, I didn't take the checkpoint. Yeah. So the basic gist of this is just that you shoot beneath you. Everyone shouldn't be able to do this. This is really simple. It's just to teach you that you can alter your height mid-air. This is a bit more tricky, the power block thingy. Notice that I hold W and D and A, W and A here. It's not really too hard. You can also, if you are tryharding, take that path as well. Rocket jump here for the extra speed. Now this is just a basic jumping puzzle. You don't really need to speed bump. The speed here, I mean sprint. One thing I should mention is that if you're having trouble to get high enough somewhere, someplace, and this accounts for all of your jumps, just shoot beneath the edge you want to get on top of. Then you get a bit of thrust at the end upwards. That's really useful. Everyone uses that. So once you get here, now this is a bit more tricky. You need to sprint and you need to wall jump and you need to shoot slightly. Not too hard, but if you're a pro and you like to do this and waste your rockets and don't really get too much speed, then sure. This is the hardest part. Jump. Oh. Lol. Yeah, it's not really too hard, this part here. Just jump. And you might need one rocket jump there. One. I know you don't need one. Let me see if I can do this without. And that was EJ, by the way. It's a very advanced mechanic. Not really, everyone can do it. There we are. You just shoot and you aim slightly outwards to break up your speed to push you further inwards here. This is easy, you just need to jump and shoot a bit. Should I do that again, maybe? That was CJ, by the way. It's not really too hard. This, some people get a shit fit and then they see this because they think, oh shit, tri-wall! But it's not really tri-wall. You just jump here, jump there, and shoot yourself in. If you call that tri-wall, then wow. Okay. This actually used to be tri-wall before someone told me that, yo, Kenny, beginners can't do tri-wall. And I thought, can't they? Sorry. So this, you just, oh fuck. You just jump here. Walk on this wall, jump there, and you shoot yourself in. Same as the one below, but now you got a bit more air to walk around with. And you just jump down. And here you just need to wall jump pretty quickly and rocket jump here and there and wall jump there, and then you are. No, I'm just kidding. This is really easy. I placed a box here if you don't know how to get up there through here. This is a flick, by the way. You just fling your aim 90 degrees pretty quickly. Try again. There we are. It's not. It's actually a bit difficult if you're very new to this. It's basic. It's like riding a bicycle. You learn it over time. But if you have really trouble with it, you can try to run as well. That makes things easier. because then you can shoot further in front of you. Remember I told you that rockets have a travel time? That applies when you run, because that means that you can just jump and shoot at that angle, like a bit about 60 or 50 degrees, something like that. But if you stand still, you need 90. Alright then. Once you get up here, either through that box or through this, you need to run, and pretty quickly, and rocket jump. And you need one rocket wall jump there at that wall. I don't really think you need that anymore, actually. I changed it a bit. So if you just run and you that didn't quite work out. Let me try again. Run, shoot, and oh shit. And there we no fuck. Yeah, well, there's several ways to solve that puzzle here, but just remember that rocket wall jump. If you can make that rocket wall jump and you can shoot on this wall, this is really, really simple. Now, this part. This, I like to do this and this. But I realize that may be difficult for people. So if you want to be sneaky, you can just walk here and wall jump on that wall. Because this ledge, it goes slightly further than that wall does outwards. So if you want to be very balancing freak, you can just walk. Shit. Let me try to fix this, never mind. So yeah, you need a bit more speed. And maybe a bit of CJ. I hate this. I don't really like this, but you can choose whatever method you want, really, whatever suits you best. Not really too difficult. Here, run, wall jump, and shoot on the wall. Remember to have some speed there. It's really simple. Take this checkpoint, by the way, it's a bit hidden. Here, you need to jump somewhat far. On this part, you need to rocket jump a bit further. And maybe you need a rocket wall jump there, I don't really know. No, you don't. At all, actually. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we'll just do this. But if you want to be like the pros, they do it like this. And there they are. But I realize that might be difficult, so I'm just do this too. I can't do that, I don't know how to. I'm too noob. But if you have trouble, just go up to this part and you just jump off here. Maybe do one rocket wall jump there and you just go inside. Very simple. Now this part. Trust me, this checkpoint was a lot harder before. Yeah. So basically you just wall jump, get up on this thing, onto this round circular thingy, jump on the fence, and yeah, fences are a bit difficult to handle. But if you have really have trouble with this, so the best tip I can give you on these ones, the fences and the precision jumping, is that whenever you jump to a new fence, let's say you want to jump there, you jump immediately after you land. And the reason why you should do that, oh, sorry, the reason why you should do that is that many of you, or at least I remember when I was a noob at precision jumping, I'm still a noob at that, by the way, is that when you try to jump like this, you stand here and try to correct it while you sit down, right? And that's exactly why when you land, you just whee, and down you go. I'm here to tell you, don't try to correct your momentum. Use it. Land and jump. Jump. Continue to just jump. And when you are mid-air, it's a lot easier to correct your momentum in the directions and whatnot. It's really simple. It's not too hard. Everyone can do it. Just practice that. It's not hard. And then at this end here, we have a bit taller fence here, and you just need to run and jump. and maybe shoot beneath that, or if you are very insecure, you can just hold on. No, I've missed. Sorry. So the best, if you're really insecure, you can just do this. It's not too hard to just jump over here and just release all buttons at once, and you just, the friction on this one will break you down. And just jump over to this, jump up here, and there's the checkpoint. This thing is a bit tricky actually, because if you try to run, let me just hang on. Run and you press hold W and D and wall jump, you can get too fast and you just fall down there, but it's not really too difficult. If you really have trouble with it, just be careful. Take it slow, and do you remember I told you about small jumps? These kinds? That still applies to the walls. So you can small wall jump as well. Somewhat, at least. Oh shit. So there we are, and you just jump down to this. And now, you're supposed to get to this ledge. And you just, well, how you do this is that you can just need to sprint. You need to sprint. Once you start sprinting, you see I'm sprinting right now. And there you are. That is not hard. For reals. That's really easy. I noticed a few people having trouble with this. But trust me, there's a lot more people having trouble with that one than this. Even pros have trouble with that one, because precision jumping in ShootMania is hard. It's an art form, for fuck's sake. It's really, really difficult. Trust me. The only person that enjoys precision jumping, well, he's the best player in this game. don't mind him. Yeah, so that means that we have finished level 1, guys. Checkpoint 19. And 20 is level 2. And that checkpoint will take another time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was useful to you.